What is going on, guys? Chris Rudnick here, and today is the day that we've been kind of waiting for a while. So if you guys been an OG, you know one of my first cars was an E30, and like my dream has been to make one of these super sick, super fast, and we're finally going to make it happen. But before we get into this video anymore, I need to give a huge thank you to FCP Euro. You guys know they've been a huge sponsor of this channel. They hooked up Will insanely with his 135. We got a whole FCP Euro tour of their whole facility. It was an awesome experience. So I decided to hit them up when I started this build, and I was like, hey guys, you want to work together? And they said, we'll do whatever we can for you. And they hooked it up with oil, transmission mount, engine mounts, transmission fluid, steering hub, like there's honestly, there's so many things on this list. I'll just start listing it right here. I don't even remember all of it, but today is the day that we're gonna be starting this, and I'm just super stoked. And this is what we ended up going with. You see this bad girl right here? This is a Garrett 3582R. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't really know what to go with. I wanted a really nice spoolie boy. I didn't want a turbo to kick on like at 2,000 RPMs because I don't want like any chance of like bending a rod or blowing this engine. I want this car to be super reliable, and I want 500 horsepower. So my buddy Jordan from RK Tunes, I hit him up. He's really been helping me along the way with parts and what I should get, what I shouldn't get, what is a necessity, what is not, and he recommended this turbo. We ended up going with a T4 flange, and this thing hopefully will get us to 500 horsepower. But with a nice turbo, you need a nice manifold, so check this out. So this right here, this is the Rapid Spool, not sponsored by the way, it's just really nice, I wanna show you. This is the Rapid Spool Industry V2 top mount T4 flange. I guess it's a T4 and T3. This is the T3 and that's the T4. We just decided to go T4 just for better exhaust flow and stuff. And then we got the 44 millimeter wastegate hole right there. And we have just some Turbo Smart laying on the shelf. But dude, for, what was it, $650 or something like that? It's really nice. Like, this is really good quality. I was gonna go with some other exhaust manifold or some other turbo manifold. It was like 1,600 bucks. I sent it to Jordan. He was like, nah, get this one. And I was like, okay, well, this is less than half the price. So hell yeah, I'm gonna get this. I do also want to give a shout out to another YouTuber. He has no idea I'm gonna do this, but I want to give a shout out to Imjoel. I stumbled across this YouTube channel. He just ended up in my recommended, and he has a 500 horsepower E30. And honestly, he gave me the motivation to kind of move forward with that build. Like, as soon as I bought this E30, I was like, this is what I want to do, but I kind of just dragged my feet a little. Obviously, we have a ton of projects going on. Obviously, we have a ton of projects going on, and I decided to do another one. And I watched his whole build, and it looked fun. I saw how much he's been raging this car. Like, he built this, I think, probably like a year and a half ago or something, and he's still raging it to this day. So I'm like, all right. So, I mean, I guess the M52s are pretty reliable. I watched this whole series, and I was like, well, man, if he can do it, so can we. And if you guys want to check him out, I'll link him down in the description. I'm Joel. Thank you for the motivation. And I actually seen him in my comments a couple times, so that's pretty cool, yeah. So I think he'll be stoked on this. But anyways, I guess step number one, I guess I should start here. We have about 92% of the stuff. Right now, this car is currently OBD1, and we need this to be OBD2 just for tuning purposes. Like, if you have like a problem with the car, it's so much easier to just plug a scan tool in and be like, hey, your knock sensor's bad, instead of running around trying to figure out the beeps or the code, or OBD1 sucks. So we're gonna be changing that. So I still need to order the wiring harness. I need an ECU. I need a couple sensors that go from OBD1 to OBD2. I hit up FCP Euro, and they're like, yeah, just make a cart and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do that right now. And I think it's about time we pull this engine. If you guys watched the last video, you know that my slave cylinder or something popped. So I was gonna drive this for a few more weeks, kind of just wait on all of the parts that I didn't get yet. But I mean, honestly, we have so much here. Just come here. So I wasn't joking when I said we have 90%. Like, we have new coil packs, thank you FCP Euro. New spark plugs, thank you FCP Euro. We have ARP head studs, thank you FCP Euro. We got engine mounts, FCP. Transmission mounts, FCP. All of these gaskets are all from FCP Euro. Brakes, rotors, you name it, all from FCP Euro. Thank you guys. We ended up just getting some Adish Works fuel pump. We got a relay to go with that. I decided to get studs because nobody likes the BMW stupid lug studs, whatever the hell you call them. They suck. Wideband, vibrant intercooler, you name it, we probably have it. I just got a bunch of couplers and stuff. I got a new IAC lines, like so much. Oh,
our exhaust.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun one. So, Will, he's been really stepping up his welding recently, so I was just like, yeah, let's try to make an exhaust. I mean, I couldn't really find much, like in a bolt-on M52 E30 exhaust, so I was just like, let's try it ourselves. See how it goes. How do you think about that? What do you think about that, Will?
It'll be good.
I think it'll be good. I mean, we have here, you remember the problem we showed the patrons?
Oh my God.
Dude, so this is a vibrant exhaust. Now I ordered a 3-inch. Look what they gave me. What the f is this, dude?
That's like 5 inches.
This is not 3 inches. Hold on, let's get a tape measure. 4-inch, like I said. 4-inch. And just so I wasn't crazy, I went over to my order. I was like, okay, I probably messed up. Nope, I got a 3-inch. For some reason, I just got this, but it's fine. I already ordered the reducer. It's already here. We went from 4 to 3. Kind of ugly, but honestly, who gives a damn? But anyways, enough talk, enough rambling. I've just been really excited to share this with you guys. If you guys are on the Patreon, you guys know this has been a thing for the last couple weeks, and it's time to finally start it. So let's go ahead, let's drain this oil, let's drain the transmission fluid, and let's get this engine the hell out of this car. All right, guys, so Will has been grinding away on the E30. She's pretty much ready to be pulled right now. I kind of like that move better. Instead of doing that 3-click, like you can just go, why haven't I been doing that the whole time? This is way better.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it looks pretty smooth.
It's definitely, yeah.
It's not bad. But as Will was taking this apart, I was editing a bunch of videos and I kept like coming over. There's a lot, there's a lot of things that we want to change, like this relay's kind of ghetto. We got all different colored wires. Like we got some Harbor Freight, like ring connectors. Like nothing's like the wood. Like
well, hopefully 32 will delete a lot of that.
Oh no, this is literally HID. So they did HIDs in the fans, the same switch in there. This is all lights and fans. Yeah, and like I don't know. I mean, I have to just look at everything. There's things unplugged, there's things hidden, there's things like tucked away. There's a bunch of weird things that I'm
You should just get some nice new headlights.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Start over.
We're just gonna have to rewire the whole thing. Obviously, the new harness is gonna help out a lot and stuff because, like I said, we are going to OBD2 instead of keeping it OBD1, but I think we're just about ready to pull this thing. We're gonna drop the subframe so then we can take transmission off, put the engine on the stand, and then we can put the subframe back in the car so this thing's not stuck on the lift because we wanna work on this old girl this week as well. So yeah, I guess let's do this.
Let's do it.
10 minutes.
Okay.
This is gonna be out in 10 minutes. What time is it? 7:11.
All right.
10 minutes.
All right.
Let's go. So we're kind of new to this whole M52 stuff. I've had two E36s, but both of them had LSs in them. LSs, pretty flat engine, right? I completely forgot that M52s, they sit like this. So when we started to lower it on the table jack, the whole thing started falling over because it's sideways. And we're running into the issue that it might fall off the table. So my idea is ratchet strap it to the table. All right, so I've dropped a decent amount of subframes in my day. The coilover, the suspension was stuck in the strut tower. I've never really seen that. It doesn't matter that it's a V or it sits diagonal because it sits flat on the subframe. That's what the engine mounts are for. I used this hammer. It's pretty straight now, so take two. I guess let's just go up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We'll go slow still.
I'm just going up. Wow, look at that! We're over here like, what the f***'s going on? Like, this thing was literally about to fall off the table.
Stretching these
What? Stretching what?
blue and
Oh, just snip them right now. Or you want to see how strong they are? Dude! Here. So, the previous owner, he put up a oil pressure gauge and stuff, and these are the two wires. They're like hardwired in, so there
We're
was
almost getting to a guitar string.
Here, hold this real quick. Here, just take your, it's doing. Sorry, you're fine. How strong do you think they are?
I don't know. That's a
Can you see
decent
that
amount of
pretty good?
tension.
Okay,
Okay, there we go.
Dang. Wow. That's like some okay wire, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Dude!
God.
It's like still has some play left.
Maybe it's just pulling it out of the car.
Maybe, I don't know. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. All right. Well, we got this monstrosity of an engine out. I guess the next thing is we got to get this thing off the subframe. We got to get this thing on an engine stand. And we're pretty much going to be tearing this whole thing down. I learned a valuable lesson from Will, and that is the timing chain. I don't think I got a timing chain.
Nope.
Yeah, timing chain. It's a chain for a reason, right?
Yep.
If it doesn't have 300,000 miles, then odds are it's probably good. And if it's not, then I'll come back to this clip and I'll apologize. But we got a bunch of new parts for this car. We got like all the new gaskets, all new seals, thanks to FCP Euro. We got a copper spacer and a Cooper cut ring head gasket, so really helps you with like the heating, because apparently these have like overheating problems and stuff, and they blow head gaskets, and that spacer kind of prevents that problem. We're really trying to do this the right way. This engine bay is look at this engine bay, dude. It's pretty bad. Right? Or am I crazy? Is this just spray painted or? Oh wait, that's a cover, right? Yeah, that's a cover.
But show right there.
Yeah, it's pretty AIDS.
Grimy.
I also learned a valuable lesson from Will. I'm gonna degrease this.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I'm gonna degrease it, save some money. Just degrease it myself.
Money and time.
Money and time. How long did you have into the dry icing?
Too long.
2 days?
Probably.
2 or 3 days.
On the engine, dude. It
Like
was just.
all this, dude. Take whoosh, 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 nice little brush.
Mine doesn't even look this good.
Honestly, that's kind of true. This engine, I mean, given this engine was probably refreshed, so the dude put it together and then it sat for 5 years. So it didn't really ever get driven, but I mean, it definitely needs a reseal. Apparently, even though you reseal these, the M52s always leak. Throw it down in the comments. I don't know. This is kind of my first experience with it, and it's not even an E36. It's an E30. I guess we're gonna pick up this video tomorrow, which is the same video for you guys, because it's 7:30. We don't want to do this. See ya. Here, push it back.
Yeah, 100%. I liked this sweatshirt before.
So we're sitting here, we're trying to get this transmission out, and it's out of the clutch, it's out of everything.
You're getting better.
And then I see that the flex plate is still on, and the flex plate is behind the flywheel, so we're trying to yank the transmission off with the flex plate, but you can't because it's the flywheel's blocking it with the flex plate.
Dude, my ass hurts.
The more you know. Now it's off. Alright guys, so we officially got the M52 onto a stand. I will say it's a lot more challenging than a Miata. Will, what would you say?
Yeah.
It's a bit different.
The angle on it and also the coilover.
It's weird that the engine does sit like this, but we should be kind of used to it from your car.
Yeah, but that valve cover was hitting the...
Oh, the firewall? Oh no, it was hitting the frame rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super weird. We had to like literally take a pry bar from the frame rail to the valve cover and like kind of pry it away so we can lift up the car. But anyways, it's on a stand. It's time to tear into this thing. Like, we're pretty much gonna be going bare bones. Like I said, I learned my lesson from Will, so we're probably not gonna do the timing chain, but we gotta take the timing chain and everything off to lift the head off, right? Or do you keep it together? We gotta watch a video before we start digging into this thing.
You take it off the cams.
Yeah, okay. But, so, like I said, we have about 90% of the stuff, but I told you guys that I wanted to convert this from OBD1 to OBD2, so I've been doing some research and I've been talking to Jordan from RK Tunes, and he actually has a really good video explaining how to have your OBD1 car transferred to OBD2, and he literally just kind of lays everything out with part numbers, and it was very nice. So I ended up ordering the OBD2 O2 sensor, camshaft position sensor, crankshaft position sensor. Bless you, man.
Sorry.
Crankshaft position sensor, knock sensor, the water temp switch, intake air temp. I also ordered the bung because we're gonna have to weld the bung into the intercooler piping so it can actually read the metered air. And there was two options that you can get for ECUs. You had the MS4 1.1 or the MS4 1.2. I don't exactly know what the differences are, but the MS4 1.1 just kept popping up on eBay, so I picked that thing up for about 180 bucks. I decided to go with all genuine BMW part numbers and everything for all these sensors. FCP Euro has every single thing you need. I guess I can show you all the part numbers right there. If you guys ever do this, you can pause it. These are all of the genuine part numbers from FCP Euro. They literally, every time I'm like, okay, I need a BMW part. Let me just check if FCP Euro has it.
Yeah, no, every time
they have everything. Dude, pop my slave cylinder. They have like 10 different kinds. I just spit a potato chip at you, and I apologize for that. But yeah, we're gonna start to tear into this thing. I mean, 90% of the stuff we have is new. I mean, we have pretty much everything. So we're just gonna start stripping away. We got this table set up so we can actually keep everything organized. My goal is to get this thing apart, clean it up, make it nice, and then get it together as soon as possible. I don't wanna just have an engine laying around for weeks. I wanna get this thing stripped, and I wanna get it back together, and I wanna get this damn thing in the car, and I wanna make 500 horsepower. We've been planning this for a while. I think we can do it. We did it with the Colorado.
You did do it with the Colorado.
It's a little different, but I think we can do it. So let's start tearing this thing down. It's kind of funny. We're kind of going into this completely blind. Have you ever worked on an M52?
Nope.
I haven't either, but like we were kind of just looking at it and like it seems
just reminds me of my engine a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this one definitely seems more basic. Like the clips are nicer. It's kind of crazy to say. I personally think the clips are nicer, like easier to work with. You know what I mean? I don't know what your coil packs were.
They were easy.
Easier than this?
You flip the tab up and it pushes it out.
Oh, yeah, it flips and then it, yeah, no, I do actually know what you're talking about, but I mean, dude, those were also nice. I don't know if those break often, but.
The other clip I really like is the push. It's like, maybe we can find one.
The push,
it's got a push, a piece of metal, and you push it.
Oh,
and
that
pull
one,
it.
yeah, the push metal one. I love
You know
those.
what I'm talking about?
I'm just being a dick.
I gotta find it now. This one.
Oh yeah, those are super easy.
You
And
just push
I
it
honestly
down.
like these because like sometimes the plastic ones, they get so brittle
And they just
and they either snap or they're impossible to push down. Then you need to grab like needle nose or something and then they break.
Yeah.
So honestly, I guess BMW's doing this right. I think we're already about to have.
So what are you taking off right now?
I don't know, I guess I'm taking off the coil pack harness. I think it might be integrated with the injector harness. This seems a bit.
Integrated. Nice word.
Okay, I just ripped all the injector plugs out. Dude, look, I just lifted that up and I mean, but dude, they're fine.
Huh.
I mean, you're supposed to kind of pry those up and then lift it up. But it worked. So
That's a little weird.
thankfully, we're not going to be using this
What color
harness.
are those injectors?
Well, they're pink, boys.
Like he said.
Who said that?
Daniel. He said if they're pink, he's pretty sure those are the S.
The S52. So
Yeah.
those should be good for boost.
Yeah, so you don't have to change.
Yeah, I
them.
mean, I'm going to confirm with Jordan just to make sure, because if we're making 500 horsepower, or we have to look up how many cc's the S52 injectors actually are. But the beauty of that, yeah, I'm kind of an asshole that I did that, but we're getting an OBD2 harness. I actually just contacted this company called Castle Performance, and they actually make harnesses that go into your 87 old E30, and they make a whole wiring harness that lets you plug in to let you run OBD2. And I mean, I'm pretty stoked. I'm just waiting for them to call me back. I haven't ordered it yet because they're seeing if they had one more harness laying around. But dude, this is gonna be pretty cool. I mean, dude, look at this, 2 bolts, and I'm gonna rip this steel rail off. Other than I need to loosen up 2 hose clamps. This is so much nicer to do outside the car than inside the car. Like 10 times better. Ooh, that's a small boy. I love that we're working next to the toolbox.
It is really nice.
Every time we do a build, we learn a little more, you know? Because we did your engine over there for some reason.
Yeah.
We had to keep like running back.
Yeah, the running back and forth.
It's just a nightmare.
Especially with Tom in your ear, dude.
Yeah, luckily for me, Tom's not here just, what are you doing? How's it going?
12 mil. That's a 13, you fucking idiot.
Will's like trying to just like relax, work on his car, and Tom's just ripping things apart.
Ramming.
Like ripping everything.
Rammy, dude.
And Will's over here like, how am I gonna put this back together?
Yeah.
But hey,
It got back together, so.
it ended up working all right. But I mean, I guess since we're on the topic of BMWs, people are kind of harassing me at this point.
Dude.
They think like your car blew up or something.
It did not blow up. Oh. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I just turned it around. Hold up. Where's the knob?
It's the joystick. I got you. Oh, there you go.
Hello. So yeah, I got home, I cleared the codes, and there was like 52 codes in the computer. And then I went to go start it. This was the day after I brought it home. I went to go start it, and the starter was just like spinning. And it didn't sound like it was like pushing out to hit the flywheel. So, I don't know. I ordered a new starter, but then I went to Florida, and
It was a lost cause.
and
after that.
now we're here. But it will be coming to the shop very shortly. I just have to trailer it, and it's very annoying because
You know what, dude?
the thing was driving.
Oh, that worked. Getting gas everywhere. Dude, I love these for
Yeah,
like
dude,
stuck.
Those are sick.
For stock hoses, you
Super
just
sick.
kind of shove it. I mean, it's still kind of difficult. We're gonna be replacing these anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
You got Matt Junes over there. Right there. Look at him.
And Matt over there, just always sitting on the phone.
What the fuck you want me to do? I'm ready with gloves on. And
He is ready.
He is ready with the gloves on.
I got the gloves on. I just it's with the gloves on.
Huh?
You just ripped that hook.
Probably. I'm just gonna close your eyes. Not bad.
I kept the gloves on
Pretty
and
good.
with pee.
Dang.
I'm ready.
I do appreciate that because I hate when people just come here, use gloves, and whoosh, throw it out in 2 seconds. If you're
I
wearing the
can't lie,
gloves all day,
it's like-
I respect you.
Hey. My hands are
But you can tell they're still
sweating and they
clean
smell-
though. Dude, I wear gloves for so long that my hands end up pruning.
Don't you remember back in
Yeah,
high school,
pruning,
dude, that your
yeah.
hands used to like decay themselves?
Oh yeah,
That
no,
was
they
gross.
still do that. Look at my hand, it looks like it's dying.
You need help
that
with
is
anything?
not a healthy looking hand.
I don't need help with
See,
anything.
then stop giving me shit. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know, dude. I mean, we can just keep going. This is kind of stupid easy. So there's just 2 bolts for this. Yeah, this is going fine. And like, there's not even like some weird bolts that I'm worried like, oh shit, where's that gonna go, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything's just kind of working out. I don't want to jinx it, but you didn't see that. Once you go electric ratchet, you can't go back.
No.
You can't.
You want me to hold something?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Joe.
I got gloves ready to go.
All right, grab all these.
I can hold those.
I got a table.
If you got me too.
Dude,
4, 5.
we may be able to do a
6.
world record for the fastest breakdown, teardown.
Dude, we should have started a timer. I mean, I guess it's been, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, I was just joking, but you know. So yeah, we just gotta take these out. We gotta take these. We can pop the valve cover off. Gonna pop the intake manifold off. Kind of just get this thing pretty bare. I have a ton of parts over on the shelf that I kind of just watch like a ton of YouTube videos and watch like a couple people build their cars, talk to Jordan, and kind of just figured out what was the best option to run with. To be honest, I don't really know how to put on half the stuff, but we're gonna learn. I mean, we're here to all learn together. But the more and more we dive into this thing, the more confident I feel. Like, I don't think it's crazy to have this thing fully back together tomorrow. And honestly, we're gonna be kind of held up not having the sensors or the harness, which is my fault because I waited so long to order it. I also didn't think we were gonna start this today because my slave cylinder was working and I was dailying the car. So, I don't know. We're gonna continue to do this and let's get this thing bare. I think the valve cover should come off, right?
Yeah, I'd grab a little mallet.
I'm kind of just,
Oh, there you go. Hey,
dude, plastic valve cover life. It looks pretty good in there.
make sure you didn't crack it.
Nah, it's good. I think it's fine. Cool.
Huh, that's weird.
All right, this is when we start getting a little serious here.
2 chains.
2 chains. Yeah, one is the Vanos. Ooh. Oh, we gotta take the
What
can.
is
Those are the little inserts for the valve cover. That's what like it bolts down to. I don't really understand why they didn't just use bolts, you know? I feel like this is so extra engineering. Huh. All right, now I'm getting a little nervous. I'm getting slightly nervous now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch a couple of YouTube videos before I start diving into this thing. I don't want to end up like you.
Yeah.
All right, so valve cover's off. We're gonna take the intake manifold off. We're just gonna ignore this
Yeah,
part.
we can leave that.
This is good for now. We're
Yeah,
good.
More than fine.
All right, guys, so we pretty much got this thing pretty stripped to the point where I kind of want to organize some stuff, figure out what we're reusing, what we're getting rid of, because obviously we have brand new coil packs, we have a bunch of brand new stuff. We need to separate the dirty things so we can put them in the parts cleaner and get that stuff ready for actually putting it back on the engine and all of that. I think we're gonna end the video right here. We got the engine out. We showed you a bunch of parts. FCP Euro, we told you guys about the sponsorship. Super stoked on that. Next video is gonna suck. For me. Cool for you guys, it's gonna suck for me. It's scary.
Very scary.
It's tough.
Scarier than mine. My engine.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like your engine looks like cakewalk compared to what we just watched.
Yep.
Let's be real. So I just watched a video. I got my handy dandy notebook over there. I took a bunch of notes. We're gonna be taking apart the whole head and doing all of that all in one take. I mean, probably I'm gonna cut it down some stuff, but we're gonna be disassembling everything. So stay tuned for the next video. We're trying to get this build done as fast as possible. Let me know if you guys like this type of filming and stuff. We really tried hard to film this video properly and stuff, and we had a lot of fun doing it. So big thank you to FCP Euro. You guys can check them out on Instagram right here. Show them some love. It's free. Just go in their comment section and be like, yo, thanks for hooking Rudnick up, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do this build. So show them some love. Thank you guys for the support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.